Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Ruby and today we are diving into a critical topic for those preparing for NET JRF education exam. Carl Rogers' theory of personality. Roger is a cornerstone in psychology, particularly in the humanistic approach, which focuses on the person as a whole and the power of self-growth. In this video, we will go through everything you need to know about Rogers' theory, covering the humanistic approach, about Carl Rogers and his background, an overview of his theory of personality, and the main elements of his theory including self-concept, conditions of worth, congruence and incongruence, unconditional positive regard, and self-actualization. Finally, we will wrap up by exploring Rogers' contributions to the field and why his ideas continue to be impactful today. So if you are yet to subscribe to this channel, subscribe now and press the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest classes. And if you are studying educational psychology, check out the links to previous classes in the description below. You can also check out the playlist Daily MCQs, Government Educational Schemes and Policies, and also Educational Philosophy, where I have covered both the Indian and Western perspectives. All of these are designed to support your preparation and deepen your understanding of this topic. Alright, now that we have an outline of what we will be covering, let us start by looking at the humanistic approach, a foundational perspective for Carl Rogers' work. The humanistic approach emerged as a reaction against other dominant theories at the time, particularly Sigmund Freud's and behavioristics view. Freud's psychoanalytic theory was often criticized for its focus on the unconscious mind and its view that we are driven largely by hidden, often negative forces. Meanwhile, behaviorism focused heavily on observable behaviors, looking at how external factors like rewards and punishment shape us, often overlooking the importance of our inner experiences. In contrast, the humanistic approach which Roger is known for takes a much more positive, empowering view of people. It emphasizes three key principles: personal growth, free will, and the unique perspective of each individual. Now, let us understand each of these core beliefs. First, humanistic psychology holds that all humans have an innate drive towards personal growth. Essentially, we all have a natural, built-in tendency to develop, to improve, and to fulfill our potential. According to this view, we are not just passive beings molded by our past or by external forces. Rather, we are capable of actively shaping our lives. Second, it champions the idea of free will. We are not merely products of our environment or our past experiences. Instead, we have the freedom and the power to make choices that reflect our own values and desires, giving us the ability to live lives that align with our authentic selves. And third, it respects the idea that each person's view of the world is valid. This means that everyone's experiences and perspectives are unique, and there's value in understanding each person from their point of view. To give you an example, imagine someone struggling with self-doubt. Instead of focusing on their past failures or trying to change specific behaviors, a humanistic approach will encourage them to see and build on their strengths, fostering self-compassion and confidence. This perspective can be incredibly uplifting as it helps people recognize their inherent worth and potential. Now that we understood the humanistic approach, let us take a closer look at the life and influence of Carl Rogers himself. the brilliant mind behind many of these ideas. Carl Ransom Rogers was born on January 8, 1902, in Oak Park, Illinois, USA. From an early age, Roger was known for his inquisitive nature and his deep empathy, traits that would rather define his career in psychology. He went on to earn his PhD in clinical psychology from Columbia University, where he developed a strong foundation in understanding human behavior and mental health. Roger is considered a founding figure of humanistic psychology, which, as we discussed, focuses on the positive aspect of human nature and our potential for growth. His groundbreaking work led him to develop person-centered therapy, a therapeutic approach that was quite revolutionary at the time. Instead of viewing clients through the lens of pathology or seeing them as patients to be fixed, Roger saw them as people striving for self-discovery and personal fulfillment. At the core of Roger's philosophy was his belief that people are innately good and have a natural drive towards growth. He believed that, given the right conditions, every individual could move forward a fulfilling life filled with purpose and self-acceptance. This optimism about human nature set him apart from many of his contemporaries, who often focused on deficits or dysfunctions rather than strengths and potential. His ideas did not just stay within the academic walls, they had a profound impact on the field of therapy itself. Roger's work transformed therapy into a more empathetic, growth-oriented practice. Rather than diagnosing and directing clients, Roger emphasized empathy, active listening, and unconditional positive regard as core principle for effective therapy. This shift was crucial as it helped establish a therapeutic environment that encouraged clients to feel safe, understood, and empowered. Carl Roger passed away on February 4, 1987, but his legacy lives on. His contributions continue to influence not only therapy, but also education, healthcare, and even business, as his principles of empathy and understanding resonate across fields. Now that we know about Carl Rogers, let us take a quick overview of Rogers' theory of personality. At the core of Rogers' theory is the idea that our self-concept, which is the way we perceive ourselves, significantly shapes how we interact with the world around us. It influences how we respond to situations and how we relate to others. This self-concept is not static, it evolves as we grow and as we gain new experiences. A key concept in Rogers' theory is unconditional positive regard, which refers to being accepted and valued by others without any conditions or judgments. This acceptance is essential for personal growth and helps individuals feel free to explore their true selves. However, in many cases, individuals face conditions of worth, societal or familial expectations that can restrict personal development. These conditions often tell us that we are only worthy of love or acceptance if we meet certain standards, which can hinder our ability to fully express ourselves and reach our potential. Another crucial aspect of Rogers' theory is congruence and incongruence. Congruence occurs when our self-view aligns with our real-life experiences, leading to inner harmony. Incongruence happens when there is a mismatch between how we see ourselves and how we experience the world, creating tension and inner conflict. The main idea here is that true growth comes from self-acceptance and working towards our potential. As we move forward in this video, we will dive deeper into these main elements of Rogers' theory, including self-concept, conditions of worth, congruence and incongruence, and more. These concepts will help us understand how personality develops and how we can encourage personal growth in ourselves and others. Now, let us explore the main elements of Rogers' theory, starting with self-concept. Self-concept is basically the overall picture we have of ourselves. Roger believed that self-concept has three parts: our self-image, which is how we see ourselves; our ideal self, which means who we wish to be; and self-esteem, which means how we feel about ourselves overall. Imagine a student who thinks of themselves as hardworking and responsible. This is their self-image, the way they currently see themselves. Now, suppose their ideal self is someone who is extremely successful, always gets top grades, and is praised by everyone. If the student doesn't feel they are meeting this ideal, they may feel disappointed or inadequate, which affects their self-esteem, how they value themselves. This difference between the self-esteem and the ideal self can sometimes create stress or lower the self-esteem. But if their self-image and their ideal self are similar, the student is likely to feel more confident and satisfied with themselves. A good way to think of self-concept is as a self-picture that guides our actions, beliefs, and relationships. When we feel positive about our self-concept, it is easier to grow, try new things, and handle challenges. The second big idea is conditions of worth, which are expectations set by others that we often start believing we have to meet in order to feel accepted or valuable. These conditions can sometimes hold us back because we focus too much on pleasing others and not enough on what we truly want or feel. For example, imagine a child who feels valued only when they get top grades. This becomes their condition of worth. I am only good enough if I achieve the highest marks. As a result, the child may start measuring all their self-worth by academic performance, believing that they are only worthy if they succeed in school. This can create a lot of pressure and may prevent them from exploring other parts of who they are or things they enjoy, like sports, arts, or friendships. The focus on meeting their external condition of worth can lead to stress and may keep the child from feeling truly happy or fulfilled. Rogers believed that when we receive unconditional acceptance, when we are valued without any conditions, we are more free to grow and become our true selves. But when we internalize too many conditions of worth, we may struggle to feel fully accepted or confident. Next, congruence and incongruence. Congruence refers to a sense of harmony or alignment between our self-concept, how we see ourselves, and our actual life experiences. When we experience congruence, we feel balanced and authentic because our thoughts about ourselves match with what we feel and do in daily life. It is as if our inner and outer worlds are in sync, making it easier to feel confident and true to ourselves. However, when there is a mismatch between how we see ourselves and our real life experiences, we experience incongruence. Incongruence creates inner conflict, which can feel confusing or frustrating. For example, Imagine someone who sees themselves as confident and capable. But when they are in social situation, they start feeling anxious and insecure. This creates a disconnect between the self-concept, which is thinking they are confident, and their actual experience, which is feeling anxious. This incongruence can lead to feeling of self-doubt and frustration, making it difficult to feel fully comfortable in social settings. Roger believed that incongruence is common, especially if we have been trying to meet conditions of worth imposed by others. The more we can align with our self-concept, with our true feelings and experiences, the more we can achieve inner harmony and personal growth. The next key idea is unconditional positive regard, which means accepting someone without any condition or judgments. Roger believed that for people to truly grow and feel secure, they need to be valued and accepted just as they are. This unconditional acceptance allows individuals to express their true selves, exploring their thoughts and feelings, and work towards personal growth. In relationships, especially in therapy, this kind of acceptance is essential. For example, a therapist offering unconditional positive regards creates a safe space where a client can openly discuss their thoughts and feelings without fear of being judged. Knowing they are accepted, clients are more likely to be honest and work through their issues. This type of acceptance can also help people let go of some of the conditions of worth they have been carrying, enabling them to live more authentically. Unconditional positive regard encourages us to understand that people have inherent worth, no matter their choices or mistakes. This approach fosters an atmosphere of trust and openness, both in therapy and in personal relationships. Now, we have arrived at the final key element in Roger's theory, which is self-actualization. This concept represents one of the highest goals in Roger's view of personality development. In simple terms, self-actualization is about realizing and striving towards our fullest potential. It is not just about achieving specific goals, but about continuously growing, improving, and accepting ourselves. Self-actualization is seen as a lifelong journey. It doesn't mean we reach a perfect state, but rather that we are always moving towards becoming the best version of ourselves. This process includes self-improvement, creativity, and authenticity. People who are self-actualized are more connected with their passions, values, and strengths, and they are often motivated by personal fulfillment rather than just external rewards. For example, imagine a musician pursuing self-actualization. Instead of focusing solely on fame or financial success, this musician might concentrate on creative expression, exploring new styles, and sharing music that is meaningful to them. They might still face challenges, but the drive for self-actualization keeps them moving forward, helping them embrace both their strengths and area for growth. Rogers believed that everyone has an innate drive towards self-actualization. But for this potential to flourish, we need an environment of acceptance and support, like the one provided by unconditional positive regard. By focusing on this journey, we can develop a deeper understanding of ourselves and cultivate a life that aligns with our true values and desires. Finally, let us look at the contributions of Carl Rogers' theory, and the lasting impact it has made not only in psychology but also in various other fields. Rogers' idea introduced a compassionate and client-centered approach that emphasizes empathy, self-acceptance, and personal growth. One of Rogers' major contributions is client-centered therapy, a pioneering therapeutic approach that places the client at the heart of the therapeutic process. Unlike traditional approaches, where therapists are the primary experts, in client-centered therapy, the focus is on providing a supportive environment where clients feel understood, valued, and empowered to explore their thoughts and emotions. Rogers emphasized empathy, active learning, and validating the client's experiences, allowing them to take the lead in the healing journey. This approach respects the client's autonomy, enabling them to make choices they feel right for them. Rogers' work also set important standards for humanistic therapy, particularly in terms of therapist's role. He believed that empathy, authenticity, and active listening were not just techniques but essential qualities for meaningful therapy. By modeling these values, Rogers encouraged therapists to connect deeply with clients, seeing them as whole individuals rather than just patients with problems. This shift has significantly influenced modern therapy, making it more compassionate and personalized. Next, promoting self-exploration. Rogers encouraged people to explore their own emotions, values, and life choices without fear of being judged. His focus on self-exploration has empowered individuals to understand and accept their feelings more deeply. By encouraging this introspective process, Rogers provided a pathway for people to work through their insecurities and gain a clearer sense of who they are and what they want from life. This approach helps individuals achieve self-acceptance and build stronger, more authentic identities. Next, broader influence. Rogers' concepts of empathy, self-acceptance, and growth have also spread to other fields, including education, management, and even personal relationships. In education, for example, Rogers' humanistic principles have led teachers to adopt more student-centered approaches, focusing on each student's unique strengths and needs. In management, leaders inspired by Rogers' theories are more likely to foster inclusive and empathetic workplaces, promoting collaboration and personal growth. Even in personal relationships, Rogers' emphasis on empathy and active listening has encouraged people to communicate more openly and supportively, improving the quality of their connections. Overall, Rogers' contributions remind us of the importance of understanding, empathy, and personal growth in all aspects of life. His theory goes beyond traditional psychology, offering valuable insights into how we can build stronger, more compassionate relationships and environments where individuals feel valued and free to reach their potential. So that was all on today's class on Rogers' theory of personality. I hope you liked the video. Please let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for watching and see you in the next class.